The new COD game these days is kind of like the new Chell or Madden game for the year. Every October there's a new game just in time for Christmas. And you know, the business-minded side of me, I totally get it. People are always going to show up no matter how shit the game is. Now, Modern Warfare 19 was a tremendous COD. Its graphics engine and movement mechanics and overall netcode are triumphs. It's not like Warzone isn't one of the biggest games in the world for no reason. So with every passing year, we get a new single-player campaign, and I know a lot of people really don't care for this because they're just here for the multiplayer trash talk.
What else you want me to talk about? Riot Shield! I'm a pussy that use Riot Shield!
And I totally get it. I am too.
Fuck you.
But I still really enjoy the single-player campaigns for COD. They are generally well-written and mostly memorable.
Remember, no Russian.
Bravo 7-1 in the blind. How copy? Of course, this is 7-1. Do you copy?
Now, when it comes to a Call of Duty campaign, it's always a really good idea to manage expectations. And over the years, it's become apparent that the typical single-player Call of Duty campaign will contain a collection of loosely connected set pieces, be about 6 to 7 hours long, be a military thriller with a key plot twist, and have really nice cinematics that you don't just want to press skip for.
You hid this. Why?
We all keep secrets, Captain.
Why the hell wasn't I informed?
Consider yourself well informed now, John.
Oh, that's really fucking helpful. General, thank you, but you were a day late. The missile short was 3 of them. We only found 2.
Then point yourself in that direction and fix it.
And who fixes you, eh?
So, COD continues a rebooted story with most of the original COD 4 Modern Warfare cast. This started with a game which was haphazardly named just Modern Warfare. Why companies insist on doing this shit is just kind of beyond me at this point, and all it results in is people attaching a date to your game's name, like Doom 2016 or Modern Warfare 2019, which is, it's just kind of awkward sometimes. Like, they could have just called them Doom 4 and Modern Warfare 4 and call it a day.
Holy shit, Captain. Nikolai said they'll bake. What if they follow? They won't.
Now we get the sequel to Modern Warfare 2019, which is the second game to be called Modern Warfare 2. Instead, this one is released in the year 2022. This is the kind of thing I think future game collectors will just shake their head at. I enjoyed the story of Modern Warfare 19, honestly. I thought there was a lot of potential in the cast of characters, and the character development with Price and Gaz was definitely memorable.
You draw the line wherever you need it, Sergeant. End of the day, someone has to make the enemy scared of the dark. We get dirty, and the world stays clean. That's the mission. Now, if you're having second thoughts, then I can do this on my own.
No, sir. No second thoughts.
Good.
Fucking hell. Direct. Target destroyed.
Okay, so what you're going to get with the average COD campaign at this point isn't something that's chock full of actual gameplay, at least when it comes to FPS games. The cinematics in this game are what I would consider incredible for a video game. The work done on these animations is fantastic, and the acting is top shelf. Now, considering the original Modern Warfare 2 was controversial for its no Russian mission, there were some obvious expectations going into this game that they would tread in that territory again. Well, they didn't. Let's just say that no Russian is a historical landmark in the history of video games by being one of the most insane things that's ever been published at scale. That was the peak, and there will be nothing like it ever again. End of story. Sorry to all the edgelords that like to replay this one because it's fun or something. Like, whatever, man. Modern Warfare has always tread a fine line between right and wrong and friends and enemies.
He's your new best friend.
It's not afraid to confront the realities of actual modern warfare. Like, you pilot gunships and drones, mostly absent of risk, killing more people than you ever could on foot. You confront harmless people who might grab a gun on you than they do. You know, someone nukes Washington, D.C. strategically. Someone gasses a major European city to keep a failing war going. You get to point your gun at someone and tell them to fuck off. Or you use unconventional interrogation methods involving the suspect's family members.
I can't do this.
Excused. Pick it up, Sergeant.
The people who are upset over the story of Modern Warfare 2 have to be some of the softest people to play video games, man. This game was pretty non-existent in the controversy department, and I really think that will get bumped up a bit in the next one, judging by that teaser at the end of the credits. There was a bit of a wave of, is this right-wing propaganda on the internet for a bit? And I gotta say, if you look at a military-themed shooter and criticize it for its military themes, you might be stupid. If you had any culture at all, you realize that military thriller-type stories are just blockbuster-type stuff. I'm talking Tom Clancy's type stuff here, man. You know, Hunt for Red October, you know, Clear and Present Danger, Rainbow fucking Six. And then all the games, man, like all the games. The guy authored an empire on fictional stories about military conflicts, espionage, and politics. People like this stuff, man. It's cool. It has its niche.
War isn't about friends. It's about enemies. Good luck.
The internet backlash for this is kind of reminding me a lot of the hate that Ready or Not got, which is absolutely brilliant. It takes the old school SWAT games and basically modernizes it. You have to serve and protect, but you know, sometimes it gets complicated. If you don't like heavy themes based in reality, then these types of games are just not for you. That's it, man. Like, if you're deeply disturbed by this type of stuff, maybe you should just stick to the latest schlocky content from Disney, or maybe touch some grass or something. Anyways, Price and Gaz are back. Laswell gets out in the field a bit, and the big selling point is Soap and Ghost are back.
Screaming Jesus.
You make some new friends with Ronaldo and Alejandro. Shepard's your commander. And you get some help from an American PMC group run by this guy Graves, who seems to operate with less of a moral compass than most, and as a PMC is free to operate without strict military protocols, even if he is taking orders from Shepard. I wonder if this is setting up some kind of plot twist. Also, the antagonist is generic Iranian terrorist guy.
Because you're all uneducated street dogs.
See, we're getting off to a bad start here, son.
The structure of Modern Warfare 2 is pretty standard stuff for a COD game. You've got these huge set pieces that are often overly dramatic. Of course, there's an oil rig mission, except this is the best oil rig mission yet. No, seriously, it's pretty cool. There's this chase section that's totally building off of Warzone's vehicle mechanics, where you need to get to the end of this basically 800-mile convoy of trucks to rescue Laswell. It was a cool concept, but it went on for way too long. A later mission where you're injured and trying to survive in the streets of a Mexican city was a bit off-putting at first, because it was just such a drastic change of pace at the time. However, in retrospect, I don't actually have a lot of issues with it, and it was a fun introduction to mechanics that will most likely surface in the slated DMZ mode. DMZ is set to essentially be the Tarkov mode for this game, which, as someone who has put unreasonable hours into Tarkov, I am super excited for. The blend of pure anxiety and utter mental health destruction, combined with the polish of a AAA game, sounds like a winner to me. The Amsterdam mission is essentially just a tech demo for the Infinity Ward Engine 8, and you know, the fact that at its core this engine is essentially the forked bastard child of the original Quake 3 engine really just warms my heart. I mean, where do you think all those movement exploits the Warzone TikTok kids were using came from? They were just buried in that Quake 3 code, just waiting to get out. And you know what, hey, they might be using one of these and basically just spamming ADS to trick the aim assist into playing the game for you. But at least the spirit of exploiting game mechanics is still alive and well with these kids these days.
Honestly, would love to see what they thought of like Rocket Arena back in the day. I think they would love it.
I honestly don't have a lot of bad things to say about this campaign, partly because I had reasonable expectations going in. A Call of Duty campaign will always contain a collection of loosely connected set pieces, be about 6 to 7 hours long, be a military thriller with a key plot twist, and have really nice cinematics that you don't just want to press skip on. The game checked off all these items fairly proficiently, and the game is genuinely well crafted. These heavy armor dudes were absolute tanks, and well, whoever can invent basic body armor that can tank this many bullets, I'm sure would single-handedly win whatever major global conflict they find themselves in. Like, these guys just don't fucking die, man. Difficulty scaling here is mind-blowing at times. Veteran difficulty is borderline broken. While the easiest mode, Recruit, you can stand out in the open and your enemies will have worse aim than fucking stormtroopers. My only advice here is to not bother with the harder difficulties like I did, because it mostly turned into me getting almost hard stuck at least a dozen times. However, I didn't soft lock myself once, so there's that. Modern Warfare 2 22 Modern Warfare 2 22 again. Modern Warfare 2 2022 edition campaign was superb and was just a really nice throwback game. It's got that epic vibe to it that these games always have, and plays more like a movie than a video game at times, which is absolutely an endorsement. They're just the boys in Task Force 141 doing the dirty work and trying to save the world. Thanks for watching.